How far can one make it in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel using only a free-to-play account without spending any of your hard-earned money on their digital cardboard? Well, that's a good question. I think a lot of people have tried to answer that question in different ways. It is very generous at the beginning of the game in terms of giving you a lot of gems, so you could probably make any deck you want at the very start, but afterwards the gems dry up really quickly and it becomes very hard to make decks that have a lot of URs. At the beginning you get a lot, and that kind of makes you, you know, it's a little bit tricky. You know, they want you to be used to having a lot of packs to open so that you'll spend your money after day 3 of playing this game when they're no longer giving you the free stuff. How far can you make it in Master Duel? I've been playing this game pretty much every day since it came out, so it's been about a month. So I want to make a video where I show you guys pretty much all of my different decks that I have, both complete and incomplete, so you can get a sense of what you can make in terms of URs. And I definitely have been able to make a lot of URs. I have a lot of URs that in extra decks that are very highly specific things. I don't have a lot of generic URs, but I did spend most of my URs on hand traps, things like Maxi, things like Droplet to break boards. Those I think are probably the most important generic cards. You're probably going to want Call by the Grave, Droplets, Maxis, Ash Blossoms, in pretty much every deck you make. So I would probably craft those cards first since they're going to be usable in every deck. But in terms of making lots of different decks, the strategy I went with was crafting engines that are playable in lots of different things. You'll see what I mean in this video, so hopefully you enjoy just seeing all the different decks I have, both complete and incomplete, and hopefully this is helpful in both kind of giving you ideas on how to best budget your stuff for a free-to-play account, as well as what you can reasonably make in playing this game for about 30 days. So hopefully you enjoy. Let me know if this video is helpful to you. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you'd like to see. If you want to see gameplay from any of the decks, yeah, let me know if I should, you know, start buying some digital cardboard to finish up some of the decks like Big Mill or Kaijus or something like that. Yeah, I think that this game, it can be deceptive. At first, it seems very free-to-play friendly, but then once those gems dry up and kind of go away, it can get hard to kind of grind and kind of get everything you want, especially as it's so many cards. So many good cards and bad cards are UR. So, it could definitely be a grind, but I just want to make this video to maybe help some free-to-play players, just so you can kind of see some of the strategies I took in being completely free-to-play, and just so you can see how far I was able to get in playing this game 30 days without putting any actual money into it. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoy. I forget if I already said like and subscribe and leave a comment and all that stuff, but you should definitely do that. Helps out the channel. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoy. On the first day, I made Shaddolls. For URs, my philosophy was I'm going to make the URs for like the deck I really want, which was Shaddolls. And at least when I play Shaddolls, I like playing 3 Construct and 2 Abcalone and 2 Windows. So those were the first ones I crafted. And then after that, I kind of went for the hand traps. 3 Maxi, I crafted those on the first day. 3 Valor, I crafted those on the first day. I chose Imperm over Valor. And after that, I just tried to craft only engines, right? So I got the Invoked stuff because like Invoked is like a pretty good engine. Where is that? So Invoked is like splashable in multiple things, and it didn't really have any ultra rares that I needed, apart from terraforming, which I still don't have terraforming. So like the Invoked package, the 3 Alistair, the Invocation, the Magical Meltdown, and then like the Invoked monsters are all relatively cheap. The only super is the Mechaba. And then we also have, I got the Danger engine. Well, the second deck I made, the main one I was focusing on was Mech Knights. And so I got the Mech Knight package, which the only ultra rares necessary for that were Girsu the Orcus Mech Knight, and Zeus and Ding. And Zeus wasn't even necessary, but I wanted Zeus. So Ding Girsu and the Orcus Mech Knight. Really, you don't really even need this one. You can just do this one. But once I got the Mech Knight package, then I had Shaddolls, and I had Mech Knights, and I had Invoked. So I could make a lot of variety of decks. So like, for example, this is my Invoked Mech Knight list. And then, oh, wait, this is my one other incomplete one, which this is the, like, 60 card Mech Knights, which I'm only 3 traps away from finishing this one. But with the engines, and, like, the Mech Knight engine, the URs are the same that you're going to need for the Orchest engine. So this is another one that I'm just missing some supers, because I have Phantom Knight stuff in this. I might try and craft this Phantom Knight next, just so that I can do this Danger Orchest Shaddoll Phantom Knight thing. But this is the deck I was looking for, was because I had the engines, I could make like a crazy 60 card atrocity where I have Shaddolls in here, I have Orcus in here, I have Dangers in here, I have Mech Knights in here. And so they all kind of synergize in some kind of way. This deck's a little bit silly. It bricks, obviously, but then when it doesn't brick, it's very fun, and you can, like, grind really long. But yeah, all of this has been, like, free to play. As you can see, like, a lot of the decks are, like, incomplete. So I try and build the deck beforehand, try and figure out what I want, and a lot of what gets a lot of use. Yeah, Madolche is the one other thing that, like, Madolche, this one isn't an engine, but this one's really expensive. But I had 2 URs here, 2 URs here, and 2 URs here. So I was playing 2 of each of these, but everything else was super. Have you played Maxi Mill? No, I have not. Yeah, and so the concept with wanting to buy engines was I wanted decks that are, like, splashable. So that's why I was going with, like, because if I get Shaddolls, then I can make a pure Shaddall deck, I can make an Invoke Shaddall deck, I can make a Mech Knight Invoke deck, I can make a Mech Knight Shaddall deck, I can make a Orchest Shaddall deck, I can make Orchest Mech Knights, and, like, I could just kind of mix and match them however I wanted, and that kind of let me make a lot more decks than, you know, something like Madolche. If I wanted to really finish Madolche, I would need a third one of these, a third one of these, but I don't know if I want to dedicate resources to Madolche. I would rather dedicate resources to stuff that goes in every deck. So what I've been using the favorites tab as is, like, my stuff that I want to buy next. So this is a lot of stuff I don't have. The essentials, I think, are Foolish Burial and Terraforming. I think these 2 are going to be really important. I did build Prank Kids, but my Prank Kids is missing Totally Awesome. So Prank Kids are a pretty good, cheap deck. And you don't necessarily need the Totally Awesome, but the Totally Awesome really does elevate the deck, like, to the next level. But Prank Kids is pretty fun. Again, you'll see a lot of the same cards. Like, I crafted Droplets, and I crafted Call by the Grave, because those cards are very important, and so I throw them in everything. Like, the 1 Ash, the Maxi, the Veilers, Droplets, Call by, like, those kind of go in everything. And same thing with Access Code Talker. The only Prank Kids exclusive I have is the Ultra Rare. So that's kind of how I went about making it. From this point on, I'm deeply considering spending real money on this game, because I spent such a long time playing it, and, you know, I might as well, you know. Depends on how I feel. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. I won't be throwing money into this game today, but who knows? Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll get bored. I just want to finish some of these decks, but as you can see, I have a lot of, like, complete decks, almost complete decks, sort of complete decks. And yeah, so I've been playing this game since it came out, which has been almost a month now. So I've been playing this game pretty much every day for about a month, and this is about as far as I've been able to get. As you can see, there's still a lot of cards I want. They made a lot of URs. Like, there's a lot of cards that, like, honest, I'm probably never going to use this, but I still want to have it, you know? And then there are cards that, like, I want to use when, like, Despia comes out. Like, the deck I really want to make is, like, Despia. So that's going to be some URs when that comes out. Hopefully they don't make everything in Despia UR, because these 2 cards are pretty essential in Despia, I think. At least the way Despia is right now without Branded Fusion out. But, yeah, Dark Ruler no more. I didn't make this because I chose to make droplets instead, but it'd be good to have. It'd be good to, like, you know, sack, win some games with Imperial Order. It'd be good to sack, win some games with Vanity's Emptiness. I'll probably just throw these as one-ofs in, like, every deck because these are, like, auto wins. Designator I would like to have. I'm not the biggest fan of Designator, but I think it is a good card. I would like to have it, mostly from Madolche. This card I'd like to have, even though I don't know exactly what I would play it in. Just like everything. Mekhanite Crusadia Avermax, I would like to have this card, but I don't think it's... like, I don't think like, in Mechanites, I'm probably banishing this off of Prosperity most of the time, you know? Like, sure, if you summon it, it's cool. Same thing with Spectrum Supreme. Like, I would like to craft these cards, but, you know... I'm probably just going to craft them and then banish them off of Prosperity a bunch. This would be a cool card to have. But yeah, that's kind of the way I've done it is I try to craft the engines. I try to craft as much cheap decks as possible. I build the decks before I craft anything. And then once I've built the decks, I can kind of make a little bit of budget adjustments, take out some URs, put in some other things. And then I use my favorites bar as like a list of all the URs that I want to get. Just so then when I'm looking at it and I'm like, I have enough UR points, I can then pick what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to wait till Despia actually comes out before I buy Albion. But yeah, the next thing... Like, I still haven't crafted Nibiru's, but in my opinion, like, Nibiru's not good against everything. Like, Maxi kind of is good against everything. What's up, Gazerbeam? Thanks for the bits. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, Foolish Burial... Yeah, my main priorities right now are probably going to be Craft Foolish, Craft Terraforming. I want to craft Snow really bad, and then these two cards. So, yeah, probably Emptiness and Foolish are probably going to be the next things, because they're both going to be really good in Shadalls, Orcus, Magnites, Dangers, everything I want to play. Yeah. I wish I had more Lightning Storms and more Triple Tacks. Like, I pulled the Triple Tack, and I got the Lightning Storm from whatever, but... At least right now, here's my philosophy in Master Duel. Here's a quick Master Duel tip. I think the best pot card is probably Pot of Prosperity. And the reason is because it's a best of one format. And like in a best of one format, you don't want to like lose because of like just bricking or drawing the wrong thing or not having access to the right thing. So Pot of Prosperity I think is really, really good in Master Duel specifically, simply because it gives you the choice of the 3 cards that you need. And so that's why I think Pot of Prosperity is so good in Master Duel. And then because I play Pot, I can, you know, finagle some extract space. I really like playing Cyber Dragon Nova. The thing with Cyber Dragon Nova is if they play Maximus and they send stuff from your extra to the grave, you send Cyber Dragon Nova, you can special summon a Machine Fusion monster, so then you can summon Mechaba. And then I haven't crafted the Elder Entity Entis, so the budget version of that is Fossil Warrior Skull Knight. So in a lot of decks, I play the one Fossil Warrior, the one Cyber Dragon Nova, and the one Mechaba, just so I can, like, you know, punish Maximus. That's kind of like a cheap way I've been getting around with the extra deck. Yeah, so that those are the main ways I've been trying to, you know, budget extract stuff. And that's my thinking with Pot of Prosperity is you can afford to play more one-ofs. Like if you only have one Lightning Storm, one Triple Tactics, one Cosmic, you know, like a variety of things. Like you can have one Nibiru, which is good against combo decks, and then one Twin Twister, which is good against back row decks. And then because you have Pot of Prosperity, you can get into the right card for the right matchup. So that's kind of my theory behind it. That's kind of how I've been able to play Master Duel on a budget. My budget being $0, like completely free up until this point. So yeah, hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully you guys are able to take home that knowledge and you know, not waste your money on like digital cardboard like I might end up doing just so I can play Earth Machines and Dinosaurs. Honestly, I want to play Danger Kaijus, but it's really, really rude of them that this card is a UR. I want to play Dinosaurs, but it's really, dude, I can't believe Fossil Dig's a UR. I can't believe honest as you are, you know. But Konami's going to do what Konami's going to do. So, yeah, just I build a lot of variations of the same decks, focus on engines, craft Pot of Prosperities, craft the staples, maxi droplets, stuff like that. That's the way to do it. Yeah.